Hey everyone, do we have some people online? Let's see. How is it going? So, I had a really good week, and this is also the week of, well, this is the weekend of the full moon. So, I'm super excited. I have my Spirit de la Lune deck. So, I'm going to be doing a quick community read so we can kind of get an idea of just like what kind of energies we should harness from this full moon. So this is the strawberry moon, and this is a little bit of a special live for me because I did my very first spell for the strawberry moon. It was the very first time I ever created moon water. It was the time where I finally just dive deep into witchcraft. So I am going to pull out my Spirit de la Lune deck, and while you guys are trickling in, just, get our collective read going and see what we should reflect on for the week. So I really love this deck because I'm going to show you the back of it. It has this sort of holographic feel, and the whole point of this is to capture the energies of the moon. So there are different moon phases and whatnot, and it also pulls in a lot of zodiac, which is really popular, even though I'm not very good at it. So, all right, let's get this deck all warmed up. It's super glossy, these cards. If you are curious about the Spirit de la Lune deck, I did a walkthrough, so you can check out one of my videos about it. But the cards are high gloss, so they just want to fly everywhere. So I don't really take jumpers from this deck. I just kind of cut it like old school style, or I'll fan them out, All right, so I'm going to switch over here briefly to this. I'm going to go ahead and cut my deck, and let's see what our collective is. Hi, who just joined? So we got Waxing Gibbous, and this card is all about surrender. And I'm going to look at the guidebook for some more details. But, surrender doesn't have to be a bad thing. Sometimes, especially me, I can be very type A. So surrendering to things can be very difficult. But it can also be rewarding. So for the Waxing Gibbous surrender, it says, I surrender to what I cannot see. My heart is open. I trust and love. So mote it be. And it says the moon holds sway over the currents of all the waters in Gaia. She guides the currents of waters within your body, and together they weave the emotional pathways within. And it's funny, there's a line here that says there is deep peace in surrender. And that's exactly what I was saying. There's almost a calmness when you finally surrender and give in to the things that, might have been holding you back, or you might have been fearful of, just anything, So, let's see. Hey! Hi, guys. Hi, Tori. Hi, Kamser. Welcome. Yeah, you can totally. The pendulum is new. I've never done readings live with the pendulum, so we can test it out for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed the collective reading, and let's get into it. So I hope you guys also, before we just get into business, I hope you guys have had a really good week. It's Friday, so happy Friday, TGIF. And if you did anything for the full moon, let me know. I charged all of my decks, so everything is just vibrating like crazy, ready to go. I decided to finally unpack my crystals and my pendulum. So, That's kind of why you see this guy out here right now. But yeah, we can totally try out a pendulum reading and see how it goes. And I don't know what is going on with my chat today, but I think there's a little bit of a delay. Because I literally got everybody's chat messages at once. But I see in the timestamps they didn't come in at once. So, while I am checking out what is going on with the chat, go ahead. It's Kamser. Go ahead and put your question for the pendulum in the chat. Stick with yes or no for pendulum. So, I plan to tonight, because I'm finally unpacking my crystals. I've been a lazy witch over the last like month since I've moved, and I haven't unpacked my crystals. If you've been on my channel at all, you know that I'm not much of a crystal witch. I fully admit that. So, I'm going to finally unpack them, charge them under the full moon. And just fun fact, if you're not aware, the full moon has peaked, but you kind of can capture the energies of the full moon 3 days before and 3 days after. So you have this like 6-day time period where you can just work with the energies of the full moon and still get a lot of that energy. Claudius, so a pendulum reading is sort of like any other divination reading, except you don't have to stick to yes or no. I'm just sort of limiting it because it's the first time that I've ever done a pendulum reading. But like if you look here, sometimes people have asked me in the past, like, you know, what does the first name of my soulmate, you know, start with? Or what... this one doesn't have numbers on. Oh, it does have numbers. You can tell I just pulled all of this out. So it'll be like, you know, what month or something is something happening, and you can kind of work the pendulum that way. So if you have a pendulum question, go ahead, put it in the chat. Stick with yes or no. But if you came here for good old tarot, I have my Wild Unknown tarot deck. So if you want some tough love, this is the deck for you. If you just want a nice moon energy reading, then the Spirit de Lune here is the deck for you. If you just want a general reading, like just an overall general energy reading, I have my bones as well. So I do have my yes or no coin, but since I have my pendulum out, and because I switched my mat up, I'm gonna just stick with my pendulum for now. So let me show you guys this. I don't get to show off this guy very often, but this pendulum is just so pretty. It's a rose quartz with beautiful beads and charms on it. And then it has a little crescent moon at the end. And I love this guy. So yeah, if you guys want a reading, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. Let me know what you guys want. Hey Estevez, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a happy Friday. So since you're just joining, I went over some of the stuff that I have. I have tarot. I have my Wild Unknown deck. So if you want some brutal honesty, this is the deck for you. I have my Spirit de Lune deck. This is a moon-based oracle deck, moon in astrology. If you want a general reading, I have my bones. And thank you so much for the follow. I'm doing pretty good. This was a much better week than the past few weeks have been. I can tell we're coming out of retrograde and getting into some better energy. And I also always feel better when I am like, I can work with the moon and stuff like that. Yeah, Estevez. So go ahead, put your question in the chat. Let me know if you want tarot, if you want oracle, bones, anything of that sort. If you don't say, I'll just default to tarot because I know that's what most of the people want. And Butterfly, hi. Good. Oh, I've noticed that a lot of people, Estevez, have had such a better week this week than last week. And like last week, I had so many issues. It was just crazy. Okay. So Estevez, I will do you first. And then Butterfly, welcome. It's nice to see your username again. I will do you next, okay? All right. So I'm just going to wake up my Wild Unknown deck a little bit. Tori, thank you so much for the join. Welcome to the Lunar family. Ooh, nice shuffle. All right. General reading for Estevez. General reading for Estevez. General reading. Oof. Me being Butterfingers. Excuse me, guys. General reading. Ooh, okay. Well. You got the Four of Pentacles. So, the Four of Pentacles is about finding structure and stability in your life, and Pentacles is all about it could be resources or finances. It could be in your home. So finding that just stability in your life. And so I don't know if right now maybe you are coming out of a period where you're in like just not stable. You're kind of in flux almost, and you're gonna start to come into just some sense of control. That's what's sort of coming, that kind of energy. And I really like how you can kind of see the balance and flow between everything. So things are starting to connect finally for you. So guys, make sure before you put your questions in, you put join so I don't lose you in the chat. The chat's slow tonight, but I just want to make sure I don't lose you guys. So yeah, Estevez, this is really great energy. And we were kind of talking about it earlier, how like last week was a little rough and this week is a lot better. So it's kind of the same energy. So yeah, that's your general reading. Oh, thank you for the follow. Let's see. So I have Butterfly next. Thank you so much for the new sub, Melissa. Hey, Mariah. Yeah, you guys can totally get a reading. So I have Butterfly, Tori, Melissa, Mariah. All right. All right. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, you're so welcome, Estevez. If you have other questions that pop up, because sometimes general readings kind of trigger something, you can go ahead and put another, just another join in the chat and I will get you in queue. All right. So Butterfly, you asked, could you tell me about the guy who will be in committed serious relationship? So let's see. And let's see what we have for you. Tell us about the guy Butterfly will be in a committed relationship with. Tell us about the guy that Butterfly will be in a serious relationship with. Come on. Sometimes it takes a while for this deck to warm up. Oh, there we go. Ooh, okay. So you got the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is, so the aces in general are all about new beginnings, and you have somebody that's going to just be really passionate and someone that just really enjoys your presence. You know, a lot of people, I always say this, I feel like I say this all the time because people expect cups when they ask about relationships, but wands are amazing energy for relationships. It's all about taking action, and having the whole action suit along with the aces means that you have a lot of, you have someone who is just going to go for it. And that's always good energy for a new relationship. I don't know if this is necessarily new, but you know, if that's someone you want to be committed to, you like a little bit of passion, right? So Butterfly, are you with someone now, or are you just curious what to expect from the person in the future? One of my space cadets, aka cats, are downstairs whining. Okay, so Melissa and Tori, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. And then I have on deck, I have Mariah and Gaudius. Okay, there we go. Very single. Well, welcome to the club. But that is still an exciting card to get. So that means like when you're not very single, you're going to have somebody come in that is just really passionate, all about taking action, and it's just really about you. Okay, so I see your question, Tori, so I will get you, and then Melissa, go ahead and put your question in the chat too. Yeah, Mariah, you're gonna get a question after I try to do 2 at a time, and then I'll go into the next folks. Don't worry, I didn't skip you. So Tori wants to know, what does J.O. think of you romantically? Ooh, especially after today. Okay, what does J.O. think of Tori romantically? What does J.O. think of Tori? Ooh, okay, there we go. So you got the Son of Pentacles. The Pentacles is a slower moving energy, and it's all about, you know, it's not really about relationships and stuff. It's more about, I always hate how I explain this because I don't mean it in a way where like the person thinks of you as a resource, but it's, I can never think of the word for it, but this person sees like abundance in you. But so the thing about the sun too is they can be really like fiery sometimes. So sometimes they can come off, it's sort of a conflict here of fire and earth, like where fiery energy is all about action, but earth is really slow moving, more like I'm gonna go through the process first. So I think this person is starting to process how they feel about you. Is this a person you work with? Maybe that's why I'm getting like that pentacle energy. Hey guys. Butterfly, thank you. You know, I'm happily single. I don't mind. I could be a cat lady for the rest of my life, or I could find someone. It doesn't really faze me one way or another. But if you guys are like looking for love, I'm always rooting for you. Oh, you go to school together. Okay. That makes sense. So you guys have been around each other, Tori, for a while, huh? Um, and while I'm chatting with Tori about this, Mariah, go ahead, go ahead and put your question in the chat. And then I have Gaudius, you're on deck, so go ahead and put your question in the chat. And hi, all the new joiners. Hi, Beansters. So yeah, Tori, it's interesting energy. So I think, you know, it's not necessarily romantic, but the thing, and maybe this is me being a little biased as a Taurus, you know, like we're really slow to, I know he's not a Taurus, but whenever I see earth energy, I always take that as like, that's sort of what they encompass. Maybe his rising or something like that is earth energy. And sometimes we could just be a little slow on the uptake, but that doesn't mean we don't like you. Butterfly, I'm going to put into the universe that you find your passionate someone soon. All right, so Mariah, you want to know how will it go when you and G meet in person for the first time? Ooh, interesting. Okay, let's see. So Vel, go ahead and I'll have you on the list, but I'll probably ask you to put your question back as long as, yeah, Beansters, you joined. I'm keeping a list. Okay, Mariah, how will it go when you and Jay meet in person for the first time? How will it go when they meet in person the first time? There we go. Ooh, you got a lot of pentacle energy. So, I think, you know, Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, I said before that pentacle or aces are all about like that beginning energy. So it's new beginnings, which kind of makes sense because you're meeting someone in person for the first time. But, this is like prosperous energy, and I don't see it as being like financially prosperous. It's more like you're gonna have a really prosperous meeting, so it's just gonna go really well. And what's really cool about this card, you can see that there are little branches like blooming off, so you're gonna have a lot of stuff in common. You're gonna have really like good conversation, and things are just gonna start to branch off and bloom for you. So yeah, good luck though. I don't know when you're gonna meet with this person, but I hope it goes well and you have a good meeting. All right, Gaudius, I will do you next. X5, I don't know how else to call your username. So yeah, you can join totally. Just put join in the chat so I don't lose you. Let me make sure I didn't skip anyone. All right. Yeah, Gaudius. Let's do a general reading and see what we have. General reading for Gaudius. General reading for Gaudius. Do you have something going on? Like, maybe some drama that's been happening? Or things that just haven't been going well consecutively for a while? Because you got the Tower card, and that usually signifies that you have to go through a lot of turbulence before you kind of come out the other side, right? So, you know, like the calm after like a really bad storm, think of it that way. And I don't want to like alarm you, but usually that triggers something like, yeah, this has been going on, and you kind of understand the event that is happening. So, yeah, Gaudius, let me know what's going on if you want to share. Melissa, no worries. Go ahead and put your question in chat. Did I get you? Actually, let me see if I got you. I'm sorry. I forgot my notepad today, guys, so be patient with me. Oh, no, I don't think I got you. So go ahead, put your question in chat, and then let's get X5. I see your question, so I will go ahead and do that. And then Beanstir, go ahead, put your question in the chat. Hey, A. Hi, the magician. It's been a while. Totally, yeah. Aaliyah, you can join the chat. Just, guys, go ahead and put join in the chat, and I will call out your name. Sai. Oh, I see it now. Okay. So, Sai, you're trying to figure out your career. Oh, you're trying to become a freelance comic artist. That's exciting. And you have some blocks. Okay, let's ask what you can do to overcome those blockages. What can Sai do to overcome those blockages? You got the Four of Swords. And can you guys give me a second? One of my space cadets is having a fit, so I will be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Apollo decides every once in a while to just go through the house and scream. So anyway, Tina, yeah, I am still doing readings. I just had to take a quick break, but Sai, you got the Four Swords. So this is really interesting because this is really saying that you just need to take time to process what it is that you're feeling. So usually what that means is you subconsciously know what's blocking you, and what you really need to do is like go within. So I don't know, that can manifest in different ways for different people. Some people meditate, some people will work out, or some people will go see a therapist. You know, there's different things that you can do to clear your mind, and whatever that thing is for you, that's what you should do. But good luck on your journey. That is exciting. I wish I could draw. I'm mildly autistic, like artistic, but not like good. Okay, so let me know how that feels. If you guys enjoyed your reading so far, go ahead, give me a thumbs up or follow, subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, give me a follow. Thank you. Yeah, Gaudius, I think, you know, you just have to sort of find whatever it is that centers you. And it's, you know, everybody's different. So whatever that is for you. So I have your question, Melissa. And then Beanstream, I have you next. Hey, Lovity, welcome to the chat. Let me get my notepad, guys. I'm losing track. I thought I could be a hero and like just keep a mental note, but who am I kidding? All right, so I have Melissa's question in the chat along with okay, so next, I have 2 questions in the chat already. I'm just going to write these down. So I have Melissa and Beansters. Aaliyah and A, go ahead and put your questions in the chat while I jot down you guys. Lovity, how are you doing today? All right. It's so funny. You guys literally all joined at once while I was like going off to yell at my cat. Sai, you're so welcome. Hi, Miss Dior. It's been a while. All right. I'm going to go back up now. Melissa, I am going to do you next. So you want to know, what will Leo feel for you when he sees you on Monday? Okay. What will Leo feel for Melissa? Oh my God, that was quick. You got the 5 of Swords. So, I think this is like really nervous energy. Yeah, this feels like a lot of nervous energy. So he's like, and I said 5, but that's clearly a 7. So sorry. I saw it right. I said it wrong. But yeah, have you guys been like planning to meet up for a while and it just hasn't happened? Because he seems like really nervous about it. I don't see it as him like, or you guys being like negative, but maybe just like, what's interesting too about this card is generally this is about like deceit and self-interest, but I don't see it as that. I see it more as like maybe nervousness. And the reason is, like, when I glanced at this, you kind of see the fox hiding, right, and peeking out. And foxes can be either deceitful, or you can think of it literally as like an animal that's kind of peeking out and a little nervous to sort of, you know, come out of its shell, so to speak. So I think there's going to be a lot of nervous energy. It might not be the vibe that you're looking for at first, but Hopefully that's not long lasting. Is he the type that gets nervous often? Or maybe you're nervous. I see that as him, but maybe I'm just projecting. Beansters, you want to harness your medium power, and how would you do that? Okay. What should Beansters do to harness their medium powers? Beansters do to harness their medium powers. A lot of sword energy here. So this is the 10 of Swords. So again, swords are all about that like whole mental energy and just spending the time to think through things. But the 10 of Swords is almost like saying you need to break yourself down in order to, I guess, think of it as breaking yourself down in order to get to the purest form, right? And that's really hard to do. And when I see this, it makes me think, I don't know if you delve into witchcraft or anything of the sorts, but perhaps trying out shadow work. So you kind of get in tune with your inner self, but it also requires you to really like peel back the onion in order to do so. And once you start to understand your inner self, you can start to understand your medium powers. So, yeah, that's interesting. Are you going to pursue your medium powers as a form of like reading tarot for people or something else? Sorry, just reading through the chat because I have a lot to catch up on. You haven't seen him since the pandemic, so it's been like a year and a quarter? Oh my gosh. Oh no. Yeah, so okay, it is his nervous energy. Um yeah, he's gonna be nervous. So I think it'll be like a weird vibe, Melissa, but you know, it kind of is what it is. Hey Kat, welcome to the chat. So all right, I got you, Melissa. I got you, Beanster. And yeah, just check out, you know, doing shadow work and see where that gets you. I think that will really help you along your journey. Aaliyah and A, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. And then I have Lovity, Human, Mooney, and Miss Dior. So, yeah, I'm doing really good, Kat. I was telling everyone earlier that I had a really good week this week as opposed to the previous week, which was a nightmare. So hopefully it's the same for you. I don't know if you do anything for the full moons, but I charged all my decks in preparation for you guys and just got some really good energy going. And I'm enjoying some nice Friday night wine. Hopefully, though, you didn't end your week on the, like, uphill part of the roller coaster. Just the fun parts. That's kind of how my week was last week. So, while we wait for Aaliyah and A, if we have Lovity and Human, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. And I feel like I was supposed to do a pendulum reading and I forgot. So if you're still in the chat, whoever wanted the pendulum reading, please comment below. Oh no. All right, Kat, I added you to the list. I hope it wasn't too bad, like not bad enough to like ruin your weekend. So Um, oh no. Okay, Lovity, let's see. Is the car you put a deposit on gonna give you problems? Let's see if I can get this on camera. We'll see what this looks like. I haven't done this on camera before, but all right. So you want to know if the car you put a deposit on is going to give you problems. Is the car that Lovity put a deposit on going to give him or her problems? Is the deposit that Lovity put on the car going to give him problems? It's a little bit of a hesitant yes there. So let's kind of dive into that. It might give you some problems, but it wasn't like a strong yes. So maybe it's just like regular, you know, like, oh, gotta change the oil, oh, gotta put fluid in the car, you know, that kind of stuff. So let's just see what those problems are. Miss Dior, you are 2 more down from Lovity. So after I do this, you'll be in the next batch of 2. Kat, I'm so sorry to hear that. I know that's bad, but I hope it wasn't like bad. I hope, you know, she's doing okay, or at least healing up as quickly as she can. Okay, what kind of problems is the car gonna give Lovity? What kind of problems is the car gonna give Lovity? Ugh. All right, you got 2 cards. So this, I think, is more of like, you're really excited, you're going to be enjoying the car and stuff like that. And then you have the 4 of Cups. I got the 4 right, right this time. And I think, you know, the problems that you're going to have are going to be pretty superficial. Everybody kind of has problems with their car, you know? So I don't think it's going to be anything like you're dead in the water or anything like that. It's just, you might have to do a few extra tune-ups here and there. If that's something you don't want to do, then yeah, that might not be a happy solution. But yeah, you know, I just see it as something that you have to get done, and you might be a little emotional about it because this is a new car. It's not, you don't want to really put work into a new to you car. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. I wouldn't let it, you know, keep you up at night. Enjoy your car, dude. So Human, Mooney, and Miss Dior, go ahead and put your question in chat. I'm so glad that they're okay. That's so scary. I don't have living grandparents anymore, so I can only imagine. But, you know, the fear of losing one's grandparents, especially as something as traumatic as like a car crash or a vehicle crash, is just terrifying. And it's interesting you say that, because I had a buddy who had something similar happen with her parents, and they were going on like an extended road trip, and they were going to do some hiking and stuff, and they had their trailer and got caught in some crosswinds, and their whole car flipped over. But literally nobody had, I mean, people had scratches, right? But no broken bones, just a few bumps and bruises. Even the dog was okay. I mean, they really lucked out, because that can be really scary. So, Lovity, good luck with your car purchase. Do you get angry with the full moon? I end up like in a really good mood. Sometimes it could wear me out. It can make me a little tired depending what's going on. But I don't know. Something about the new moon just like rejuvenates me. So curious. I've never really thought to ask anybody how the full moon like affects their like disposition. it makes me feel really productive too. Like I felt productive all week. Just I don't know. It's just a good week, you know. And I have a little app on my phone that it will alert me to when the full moon is coming up. And I'm like, oh, that explains why I'm like really in the zone lately. Or why I'm just really exhausted. It's one or the other. So Miss Dior or Kat, go ahead, put your questions in the chat. Sorry guys, if you are like messaging for whatever reason, I think my computer is just chugging along a little slow. So I don't know if there's like a delay or anything on my end, but I am going to brave it and risk it all this weekend, and I'm gonna update the RAM and the memory on my computer. So I'm not here next Friday. I rage quit and threw my computer out the window. So let's see. Aaliyah, hey, I got you Lovity. So again, good luck with the car purchase. Human, Mooney, Miss Dior, and Kat, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. And just a reminder, I should do my little reminder. I have my bones. They're good for general readings. So if you don't specify, I'm going to default to tarot. I have my tarot deck, my Wild Unknown. So if you want some tough love, that's for you. And then I have my Spirit de la Lune. And if you just want a quick yes or no, I have my pendulum. Okay, Kat, let's find out what you need to do. I took a little bit of a break, so let's refresh the deck a little bit. All right, what does Kat need to do to find love? What does Kat need to do to find love? You got the Seven of Wands. I really like this card because the Seven of Wands is all about standing out and just sort of owning yourself and being confident. And I think that's really all that you need to do, right? Is just continue being yourself. Or if you've sort of been having difficulties doing that, just be yourself. Just understand that, you know, you'll stand out to the people that you need to stand out to, and just be confident. And I know better said than done. It takes practice. I have this problem myself, so I understand. But it's really cool because this is just saying it doesn't take much for you to find love. Just, you know, be yourself, stand out, and stand out in your own way. It's not saying like you have to be some sort of like crazy influencer or someone famous or anything like that. Just stand out in the ways that make you you. So I know it's super simple, a little cliche, but I think it's a really good message. And sometimes people just need a little bit of reminding of that. And again, guys, if you enjoyed your readings, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, give me a follow. And you're quite welcome. You know, I feel like people need to do less than they realize. Thank you so much for the follow. And I totally am sending good vibes, good moon energy to your family, to your grandparents. And I hope that they heal up quite quickly. I know that's scary. Thank you. All right. I think we lost some of the other people in the chat. Yeah, no problem. When it's family, it's hard. It's rough on you, so I totally understand. So, Aaliyah, A, Human, Mooney, Miss Dior, let me know if you guys are still in the chat. But I am excited to charge my other pendulums, and since the chat is a little quiet, I feel like I caught up on everything. I'm gonna show off my other pendulums and let people kind of trickle into the chat for a little bit. Come on. My Windows updated and it has that stupid little like weather thing, and I click it all the time. So this weekend, so Monday I have a show for some of my products that I make on Facebook. So I'm gonna try to get all of that ready this weekend, and then I also need to, it's like really work stuff, like social media work stuff. So I need to record some videos and edit some videos, but it's gonna be nice out, so I'm gonna sit on the patio and do that. And I'm going to charge my pendulums. So, are you doing anything this weekend? Any fun new moon energy plans? Oh, thank you so much. This is a crystal. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, let me know if you have anything fun planned this weekend. So this is another one of my crystals. Or pendulums. It's hard to see down there, so it's really cool. It's like a resin pendulum with what is that crystal? Tourmaline with tourmaline in it. Super simple. Ooh, what are you painting? Are you painting your room? And if so, what are you what color are you painting it? Yeah, I really need to stop neglecting my pendulums and pull them out. Might pull them out on Instagram. Oh, you're painting like, you're actually painting like a canvas, like an artist. I'm such a like engineer. I'm like, what wall or vehicle or something are you painting? That's so cool. I mean, that's still awesome. It still takes talent and patience, which is something I don't have for like painting unless it involves wine. So that's still really fun. Hey, Miss Dior, I was waiting for you. I was hanging out. Go ahead and put your question in the chat. Are you painting at home or are you going out with like friends to paint? So here's another pendulum. I really like this guy. He's like bronze. I'll call that bronze. This one's nice and heavy though. Ooh. How did Elle feel about you when he saw the post between you and Bay? Let's see. Oh, wow. So I went to a creative and performing arts high school, and I have a lot of artist friends, and I love watching them like show off their art and stuff like that. And I was more in the performing side of arts. I was a musician and stuff like that, so I wasn't very good with like paints and drawing. All right, let's see, Miss Dior. How did Elle feel when he saw the post between Miss Dior and Bay? How did Elle feel? Whew. Father of Pentacles. So, he definitely had a little bit of, what's the word? Like, territorialness. That's not a word, but he was feeling a little like, you know, that kind of buck energy about stuff. But, also, you know, the Father of Pentacles is still a very emotionally dull person. So at first he might have felt a little like territorial, like, oh, I don't like that, but he's not going to do anything about it. So yeah, I don't expect him to do anything on the surface, but maybe underneath he's like stewing about it and like, oh, I don't like this, or, you know, I'm in my feelings about it. So I don't know if you were worried he would do anything about it, but he's not. He's not gonna like address it in any kind of way. He'll just sort of internalize it and move on. Were you worried he would feel some sort of way? I'm just curious, like, what is it you were expecting from this person? Because it seems like, you know, the father energy is really thoughtful. It's really about, like, that whole air energy and swords. It kind of has that swordsy vibe. So swords mixed with pentacles, just... it can be a little combustible as well. Not like fiery energy, but more just like it doesn't play well together. So, oh, you wanted to make him jealous. So, knowing that, then yeah, he probably feels that way, but he might not let you know that he feels that way. So he'll just like suck it in and like, all right, I didn't like that, but she'll never know. So, if you wanted to make him feel that way, then mission accomplished. But if you wanted to make him feel that way and say something to you, he won't do it. At least it'll take more energy than or more situations than whatever happened in the post. Why are you trying to make him jealous? I'm curious. I'm all nosy today. I had a good week, so I'm like being all nosy. So, Kat, while we're chatting about that, I had a lot of friends in art school, and they also had the same experience. The school just didn't treat them well, so they ended up just not finishing or moving on to a different school. So I understand. Oh yeah, so yeah, he's gonna be stubborn about it, but still, mission accomplished. He's still in his feelings. He just won't let you know. He's not gonna like say anything or anything like that. And I would be careful too, because he might try to turn it around on you. Like, he might not express his jealousy in the way that you're thinking. So I just be a little careful. So, you know, tread lightly. Hi, Forget-Me-Not. And Miss Dior, I'm sorry he hurt you. I see you on all my lives, so I know you must be a boss, and I don't like when people hurt my live participants. You're totally welcome. Forget-Me-Not, go ahead and put your question in the chat. If you guys are doing anything fun this weekend, let me know. Because I'm going to be sitting at home doing like work on my shop and stuff. So I'm going to live vicariously through you guys. How is Jay feeling towards you? How's Jay feeling towards? Forget me not. You got the strength card, so it could be a few things, but I see this as, you know, a little bit of romance and eventually, so there's a few things that I see in this. All right, you notice the rose here, and that signifies romance, but you also have the sunbeams, and it's sort of like a cause for celebration. So I feel like he is really into you, and there's going to be a point where he acts on that. And you know, usually people that embody the strength card are not going to wait around for it. So there's going to be a moment between you guys where he's, I don't know, I don't mean to assume genders, where Jay is just, you know, really forward with you, like, hey, I'm into you, and, you know, just embodying this lion, masculine, but also celebratory energy towards you. So that's really exciting. That's really cool. Let me know how you feel about that. It's a really nice energy to have for someone, and also it could also signify someone who's just really loyal too, and just I can kind of see that, you know, and it's hard when you're on the other end of it, but just because someone works a lot doesn't necessarily mean that you're like a second priority or anything like that. It just means like it's all about finding balance, and that's difficult sometimes. And it's just like a little bit of trial and error, and then eventually you kind of get into a rhythm. But I wish you luck, because the strength card is really great. Let me look at my book, because I want to see if there are some other keywords in here that I'm not thinking of for you. Let's see here. You're so welcome. So for the keyword for strength, it says mastery of emotions. And so a few things in this also I want to point out is that it says the lion represents our most patient, composed self. So be a little patient and, you know, just kind of go with the flow a little bit. Which I'm type A and a Taurus and an engineer, so I don't like doing that. Hi, thank you for the follow, Bethy. One of my cats has literally been screaming through the house this whole live. Hey, son. Hey, A, there you are. Go ahead, put your question in chat, A. Forget me not. So then you totally understand as a Taurus, just like not wanting to do any of that, not wanting to be patient. Like, no. Yeah, Chrissy, totally. So, son, Bethy, hope you guys are having a good week. Chrissy, A, go ahead and put your question in the chat. And again, if you guys enjoyed your readings, then, you know, make sure you give me a thumbs up and a subscribe if you're on YouTube, or a follow if you're on Twitch. And just a reminder for some folks that just joined, I'm going to move that out of the way a little bit. I have my bones. It's a general reading. I have my tarot. You can ask anything. I have my oracle deck if you just want a sort of overall like energy reading based off of the moon. I do have my pendulum, which is in here. So let me know. All right, Chrissy, let's see. Let me put that card back. My deck is upside down. Okay. All right, who's coming into Chrissy's love life? She's never been in love. Who's coming into Chrissy's love life? Oof. Goodness. There we go. Ooh, interesting. So you got the Judgment card. So funny thing about this deck is it can sometimes be a little sassy. So do you have someone that you're crushing on already, or someone you kind of have been vibing with a lot lately? Because this card is saying to reflect on your question, right? And you kind of already know what the answer is to that. And usually it doesn't give me that sort of sassiness when in regards to questions like this. So I'm curious if that's the case. And also something to think about too, it's someone that maybe you've forgiven recently or in like the recent past, for whatever. It could be for anything, but it's a mixture of those two things. So you're reflecting on someone that you've you're new. I have some friends that recently moved to Florida as well. So I wonder if this means then, yeah, that this card is about reflecting on something. Maybe it's not reflecting on someone that you know then, if that's not triggering anything. I'm going to pull another card for you and see if maybe, and it might not be necessarily that you're already in love with someone, but it could be someone that you just have a really strong relationship with. It could be someone that you've had a long time relationship with. Yeah, human nature, go ahead and put your question in the chat. So I'm going to pull another card, clarifier card for you, Chrissy. Clarifier card. So you got the Seven of Wands. And maybe this isn't necessarily, man, I really see this as like, you know, you're reflecting on someone in your recent past or recent like present, I should say, and this person stands out in your mind. So like it doesn't necessarily mean that it's someone romantic, because I don't know if maybe if you're like me, you kind of like know people for a while before suddenly you're like, wow, I think I really like this person. And that's sort of the energy that I see here is like, you know, it's probably someone you already know, and maybe it's not someone in Florida, but someone who stands out to you in some kind of way. And I guess if that doesn't ring a bell, maybe it will soon. Sometimes it takes a while for these things to manifest, I've noticed. Thank you for the follow, Forget Me Not. I appreciate it. So let me know, Chrissy. This is interesting. I think you're getting to a point where this is like a future thing. Not like in a weird crystal ball reading, mind reading type thing, but you're starting to come into this. So it's someone that you've probably met or already known or met recently, and they're eventually going to stand out to you. You've never had a guy friend? Like at all? Oh my gosh. That's curious. I'm going to have to dive deeper into that. No. Let me see. Let me consult my book and see if maybe there's something else in here that... So another take on the Judgment card could be saying to basically like let go. Maybe that's some of the stuff that needs to change. You need to just switch things up a little bit. Got some very interesting cards based off of what you're telling me. So it's like a puzzle. Let me see what the Seven of Wands says. Apollo. He's been fussy all day. Yeah, the Seven of Wands says courage and inner strength. So I think you have to dive into those energies. All right, human nature, I have you next. Let me just go check on this numbnut and I will be right back. Alrighty. I accidentally locked him in a room. But, yeah, Chrissy, maybe there's like a little block. Sometimes that doesn't usually happen. So, maybe I'm just interpreting the cards wrong for you. It happens to the best of us. Alright, human. Human nature. Feels weird just calling you human. So, human nature. How does your ex-best friend feel about you? Okay. How does human nature's ex-best friend feel about them? How does human's ex-best friend feel about them? Mother of Cups. I think they still really really care about you. probably really protective of you from afar without you realizing it. There's still a lot of like love between you guys, because the cups are all about, you know, relationships and love and emotions and all of that, but so is the mother or the queen card, so it's like just doubling that water energy. I don't know, I don't think you'll get a bad reaction, not from this card. It most likely feels the same way. So I would try, and especially because, you know, if you really miss her, and this is like aside from the cards, if you really miss her, you know, the worst you can say is like no, right? But at least you tried. It's better than just staying in this weird purgatory of not knowing. So but yeah, the Mother of Cups is a really good sign. And if you ended a while ago, there's probably been enough time for both you and her to reflect on things. Because let me pull another card for you. I'll ask, what will happen if you reach out to her? What will happen if you reach out to her? So you got I'm going to smooth this over. You got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is usually about finding a mentor and stuff like that. Let me double check for you. But what I think you really need to do is, if there's someone mutual between the two, talk to them. Because like kind of test the waters and see if they know how she's feeling and whether you should sort of take that leap. Thanks for following, Mr. J. So if the boyfriend or someone like that who is like still very close with her but also really cool with you, try talking to them and see if maybe you can, you know, start to test the waters. Because the Hierophant is all about mentorship and seeking knowledge. So you definitely need, I think it's saying to reach out to someone who can help. Oh, he doesn't like you. Oof, then don't reach out to him. But if you reach out to a mutual friend, maybe that will help, you know, instead of just kind of going in cold turkey. Hey, Mr. J, sure, I will be quite honest. I am a Twitch noob, so I only vaguely understand what a raid is, but I'm totally about it. Yeah, human nature, totally, avoid the boyfriend. But I think you do need to find someone mutual that you guys like, someone who is solidly a middle party, is good with both of you and can help you figure out. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the help, Mr. J. I have a friend that I nag about Twitch stuff, but I try not to nag too often, so. Oh, Bethany, sorry, I totally missed your question. Let me consult my coin on that. I'll just do a quick yes or no for you, human, and then I will do Bethany's question next. So, come on. Can you hear him? He's talking. So, human, you want to know if you have the same bond as before. Will human and her ex-best friend have the same bond as before? Oops. That was a bad spin. Let me move this out of the way. Yes. So, mind you, this says yes, but there's no like, yes, he's my problem child today. So mind you, this says yes, but it doesn't mean that it's going to happen overnight. So just keep that in mind. All right, Bethany, I will get you next. Paulo, I'm going to see if I can get him on camera. Come here, Paulo. Come here. I know you got locked in the room all by yourself. Come here. Here's my chunky boy, Apollo. Let me see if I can switch cameras so you guys can see him a little better. Here's my chunky boy who got locked in the room. Good night, human nature. Good luck. I wish you the best luck in the world, and so does Apollo. All right. Give me a Luna bug. And then this is the other half of the Space Cadets. This is Luna. Deal siblings. All right. So done playing with the cats. All right. Bethany. So congrats, first of all, on your master's degree. Let's see. Let's find out how things will go with your new career. Is your Luna also a void, aka a black cat? All right. How will Bethany do with her new career? How will Bethany do with her new career? Ooh. Goodness gracious. There we go. How will Bethany do with her new career? Ooh, that's a really nice card. You got the Six of Cups. So you're going to put in a lot of strong roots with this career. So I can see, you know, I know you said career, and career generally implies long lasting, but it's really going to be something that you're going to dive in deep and dig your roots into. So it's going to be something that lasts you for a long time. And so cups are about emotion. So it's going to be something that's really emotionally fulfilling for you as well. So that's really something to look forward to. And, you know, not just the roots part of this, but if you, let me switch cameras again now that I'm done showing off the cats. So you have the roots down here, but it's also going to help you grow, and you're going to grow and thrive in this career. Thank you, human nature. So yeah, Bethany, secondly, again, congrats on the degree and good luck in the career. Hi, SD. Hi, Muna. Human nature. So it's funny. A lot of people assume because I was super into anime that I named Luna after like the Luna from Sailor Moon. But my master's degree is in aerospace engineering. So everybody, including my car, has a space themed name. So it's Luna, Apollo. I call them the Space Cadets. And my car is named Nebula. It can be nerve-wracking. You know, I think that's good. Having a little bit of nerves means that you care. But good night, human nature. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for hanging out. All right, Muna and SD, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. You're so welcome. And if you guys enjoyed your readings, I do appreciate tips. They're not required. But if you could, go ahead and give me a follow. He's so upset that I locked him in the room that he shouldn't have been in the first place. I was going to say you're the second Libra Gemini pairing, but no, the previous one was Virgo Gemini. Interesting. So, Muna asks, what's the connection between Muna and PJ? What's the connection between Muna and PJ? Ooh, oh my goodness. There we go. Sorry, they're so distracting. What's the connection between Muna and PJ? Ooh, what a lovely card. You got the World. So this can be taken a few different ways. It could be that you two complete each other, as sappy as that sounds. I hate all that sappy stuff. Yeah. Hey, go ahead and put your question in the chat. I'm sorry. I feel like we're like missing each other somehow. I'm sorry about that. So basically just putting join in the chat lets me know that I should write your name down, which I did, but I think there's a delay between the two of us. So what was I saying? The World. So the cool thing about the World card is it is the final card of the major arcana. So it's like completion and fulfillment and just wholeness. And it's really good energy to have between two people. But hey, go ahead and put your question in chat. So you guys have like a really strong bond. I don't know if you guys have known each other for a while or you just like met and like really hit it off. But oh, I'm sorry, A, thank you for letting me know. I think part of that is because of my derpy computer. But yeah, Muna, that is really awesome energy to have with your celebrity crush. Okay, SD, you want to know what kind of changes are coming your way? What changes are coming SD's way? I wasn't sure. You know, some people have met their celebrity crushes. So I wasn't going to assume. You've known him for a long time, but not the other way around. Okay. So, what changes are coming SD's way? What changes are coming SD's way? You're so welcome, Muna. That's so fun. Such a fun reading. What changes are coming SD's way? Got the Seven of Pentacles. So have you been working on something financially? Because you're going to be coming into like some sort of financial like stability. Just maybe or it could be that you're kind of coming into some balance in some way. It doesn't necessarily have to be financial. It could just be a moment where you're taking time to contemplate things and things are starting to just literally fall in line. So let me just scroll up to your original question. So So yeah, I guess in terms of your original question of like, what do you see changing, is that no, that's okay. Um, because it's sort of the same answer, but I'll do another card pull because I do see that you switched your answer or your question a little bit. But what do you see manifesting is still sort of the same, right? You're gonna be things are gonna start to come into order for you, and it could be something, either it could be literal in the sense like maybe it is money or something financial, or it could be something within your home. It could be some other kind of non-financial resources that you have. Something is finally starting to come, just starting to line up. And let me do a second pull for you. What is SD manifesting? What is So you got the Fool card, and the Fool is really fun. It's literally just the beginnings of a new journey. So if again, I don't like to assume that pentacles are financial, but it tends to be the case most of the time. But are you beginning a new like financial journey? Are you starting a new job, starting like a side hustle, or investing, something like that? Because whatever that is, you're kind of starting that new journey in that. It seems really cool. So let me see what you have to say down here. Hey, Ariana. Nice to see your username again. And then I have you next. So don't worry, I didn't lose you this time. Oh, so you are looking to getting a job soon. Yeah, if that's something you started really putting some thought into, that's the beginnings of your journey, and then eventually things are going to start to line up. That's yeah, you're manifesting, I guess. I don't see this as manifesting a new job. I see this as manifesting like, it could be something more like financial independence or like financial stability, however you want to look at it. Thank you, A. You have the patience of a saint. All right. Let me just refresh the deck a little bit with a nice good shuffle, and then I got your question. Splash, totally. Go ahead and put your question in the chat. And SD, let me know how that resonates with you. You're totally welcome. All right, so A, you want to know if you should reach out to Eddie. I'm going to do my yes or no coin for you. And then if you want an elaboration, depending on the answer, we'll go from there. Should A reach out to Eddie? It says no, so let's find out why that's no. All right. Why shouldn't A reach out to Eddie? Why shouldn't A reach out to Eddie? Come on, there we go. Why shouldn't A reach out to Eddie? Okay. Let's see what that card is. Daughter of Cups. I'm curious if this card is about you or Eddie, because it's like saying you're too emotionally raw, almost like or I don't trying to think of the right words. I went to school for numbers, so words are not like my strong suit, so don't take this the wrong way. one of you is too emotionally immature. And it could be for a plethora of reasons. It doesn't mean you're childish. It just means that maybe you have one or both of you have baggage that you haven't let go of, or you could just, maybe you haven't processed each other yet and you're rushing into things. But the Daughter of Cups is a sign that you need to take your time. Just slow down for a little bit. So what I see this no as is a temporary no. Just slow it down, process things, let things happen naturally, and then go from there. Believe me, this deck is very blunt, and sometimes I try to sugarcoat it for people because I'm like, oh my God, why would you say that? But so again, I don't mean emotionally immature as in like being childish. So just to put that out there, I just mean like maybe daughter energy is very slow moving. So it's a sign that you need to just take some time, even though you have these feelings, this cup energy, you just need to slow your roll a little bit. So you did a little something, let it process, let it marinate, and then maybe see how things are going, and then do a little something else, and then go from there. What? Yeah, I'm glad. I'm so glad that I can be blunt with you. What did your coin say yesterday? I'm curious. And I'm glad you understand that the wild unknown can be like a little mean sometimes. Oh boy. All right, Ariana, I have you next, and then Splash. And then, so, Ariana and Splash, you guys will be my last readings for the night, because readings drain me a little bit after a long day of work, so I'm glad. Good. I have to sometimes translate this deck. It's like, I don't know if you watch Key and Peele, but it's like the anger translator. I sometimes feel like that when I'm reading with this deck, but it's really good. It's a great deck for me to learn with people. Yeah, Aaliyah, go ahead and ask your question. What do you want, baby? Did you guys see Apollo? He's fussy tonight. I need a cat cam so you guys can see him. There you go. He is literally insatiable. All right, Splash. So you want to know what's Karen's feelings and intentions towards you? And that's, I think, that's the whole tentative, like, yes, no kind of thing. Like, you kind of should, but you kind of shouldn't. Gotta love those, like, really vague answers, right? You're like, oh, you've been absolutely no help. Thank you, coin. Okay. So, Splash, let's see. What are Karen's feelings towards you? What are Karen's feelings towards Splash? I have my deck upside down. Got the Mother of Pentacles, Splash. So, is this someone you work with? Because Pentacles, or work or school, you have some sort of like not just general friendship with, like you guys have something else as well. because sometimes that's what this can mean. It could be someone who, like, if you go to school or work with them, they're like your work mom. But it's someone who is like really patient. They really like you, but I don't see it as like necessarily romantic. And that's not to say that it can't be later. It's just more of a like colleague, but friendly colleague vibe that I get. So you guys are just in a general relationship with each other, and it's not like school or work related? Because it's interesting, because you see, like, so you have like the mother energy, right? And you see the little baby here. Not to say that it's an infantile relationship, I don't mean it that way. I just mean like it's someone who like cares for you and like wants to look after you, and you guys kind of have this maybe even like sibling energy between you. Yeah, so yeah, let me know a little more about that. Um Ariana, let's get you next. What obstacles are coming your way for the rest of this new moon cycle, or this moon cycle? What obstacles are coming towards Ariana's way during this moon cycle? How serendipitous, Ariana. You got the moon and you got the magician. You got two major arcana. So, hey, thank you for the subscription. Or subscribe. Oh my gosh. I'm having a moment. What was I saying? Okay, the moon. So you got the moon card. The moon can produce a lot of emotions in people, and in this instance the moon card can be about like fears or sort of like some disillusionment that you've had in the past. But the good thing is you got two cards. So the magician is all about self-empowerment, right? And I really like this card because it encompasses all of the minor suits here. So you see the cups, the wands, the pentacles, and the swords. And then you have this nice vibrant energy engulfing the leopard here from the sun. And the sun can be very celebratory. So even though you might kind of go through it a little bit during this moon cycle, you're really ultimately going to come out of it really just fulfilled in a way. You're going to have more self-empowerment and just reasons to celebrate, stuff like that. It's a really warm, happy energy. So I don't know if you do like moon rituals or anything like that, but I would say it's a good reason to utilize the moon energy. All right. Let me go through the chat to make sure. Okay, Splash. So you guys are in a relationship, but it's distant. That explains it, because the Mother of Pentacles is not to say she doesn't like you or anything, or she or he doesn't like you. It's not like that. It's just like more of just friendship vibes. And, you know, sometimes that happens and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, see, that's that moon energy. So I don't know if he gave you like bad news or just sort of general disappointment, or just like, the moon energy isn't like negative. It's just nagging almost. That's a really good way to put it. So the moon card is like nagging, and that, but You're going to really come out of it. So that's good. So Aaliyah, I have you. And then Bianca, if you are still here, I will get you. Let's see. I think I caught everyone. All right. So Aaliyah, I have you. And then Bianca, you are going to be my last one. I'm going to put that in the chat. Hopefully that goes through. And of course it's all caps, so I gotta do it again. All right, so Aaliyah, you ask, how does Juicy feel towards you? Let's find out. Make sure my deck is upright this time. Hey Goddess, thanks for joining. I'm actually going to cut it off at Bianca. So, I'm sorry. Okay, how does Juicy feel towards you after a year of no communication? How does she feel towards Aaliyah? This is the second time I pulled that card today. It's the Four of Pentacles, and you know, I don't really get much of a like vibe, right? So I think you guys have kind of leveled out into whatever your relationship is going to be is what it is, because the Four of Pentacles is all about finding that balance and stability. And if you guys haven't spoken in a year, then I think that what this is saying is that is now your normal level of stability. That's where you guys are from now on. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's forever, but that is just the energy that you have with the situations that have happened so far. You can always change it if you want. So like if this news isn't happy news, like if you're hoping for more of a reconciliation type vibe, you have to put that energy in to get that energy out. So yeah, if you want to like different, if you want stronger relationships with this friend, you have to do that. All right, Dominique, did you put your question in the chat? Let me see. I think you did. Yep. Will you meet your life partner in the future? In the near future? Let's see. Will Dominique meet her life partner in the near future? Yes, you will. So, I can do a quick poll to see what the near future is, but to me, I mean, I don't know how you interpret near future, but I would say like within a year is near future to me. So let me know if you want to expand upon that. Let's see if she's still upset with you, Aaliyah. Is the friend still upset with Aaliyah? No, she's not. So she's not upset with you. So, you know, whatever happened in the past, you guys have just sort of let this become the new normal. So again, just like before I was saying, if you want it to change, you have to put in the energy or the work to make that change. Yeah, Dominique. So, yes, that's the near. I see that as the near future. If you want more than that, I mean, I think that was a nice clear cut answer. But let me know if you want a deeper answer. Yeah, you're totally welcome, Aaliyah. Good luck. I've had a few questions this live about, friendships and reforming friendships and stuff like that. So I wish you luck. I wish everybody luck. And Bianca, I can totally do that. I will just ask in general details on, you have a great night. Enjoy your weekend, Aaliyah. Details on when Bianca will meet her life partner. Okay, making sure my deck is upright. Details on when Bianca will meet her life partner. Oh, wow. You got the 10 of Cups. So you're going to, let's start with timing. So Cups are slow moving energy, but it's not like years. So it'll be in a few months, but maybe closer to a year time frame versus just a month or two. But this person is going to really just I don't want to use the term fill your love tank, but can you tell I watch trashy TV? But this person is just really going to fulfill you emotionally, and it's going to be just 10s are all about completion, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but in terms of the Cups, it's really, really great energy. So yeah, you have a really good I would say a really good, I don't want to say future with this person, but really good person to look forward to. Have you been seeing 10s a lot? So let me see. I don't know. So in tarot, 10s are about like renewals and end of cycles, and so 10s can sometimes be like 1s where they're new beginnings, but instead you're sort of enjoying the end of a cycle before you start a new beginning. So that's really interesting. So I would look up your angel number and see what 10 means. I'm not good with angel numbers, I don't remember them all, and see how that reflects on this reading. So guys, thank you so much. I am Shahan. I'm actually ending for the night, but thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed your readings. If you do, make sure you subscribe, like this video if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Twitch, go ahead and give me a quick follow. I am usually here Fridays at 8 p.m. and today I went for 2 hours and didn't fall apart. So I am slowly trying to expand the length of my lives for you guys, and tonight was really fun. So Bianca, you're so welcome. Everybody, you're very welcome for the readings. You guys have been great, and if you enjoyed your reading, I do appreciate any and all tips. They're not mandatory. But you guys have a great weekend. Do something really special and relaxing for yourself for the full moon, and I will catch you guys next week. Bye.